Hello out there in YouTube land, this is 1095 High Carbon Radio. This is TAAM Radio from San Bernardino, National Forest, USA. Starring Nacho the Squatcho. Follow fellow DJ Songs, Uncle Songs on Riddle of Steel Radio. Brought to you by What the Wild Things Do.
Hello, this is the owner of TAAM Radio and Riddle of Steel Radio, and I own the bar Teats Galore, Cletus and Jebediah Emporium. I am Mr. Jebediah, apologizing for this year's scheduled tour was haunting the Riverside Range Monster, but due to Karens and neighborhood watch Karens that wasted the authorities' time, just like with Joe X, the mission was circumvented. Thank you for dealing with our improvisation and your patronage. This is Mr. Jebediah. You are listening to TAAM Radio, Joe X special. Yeah. Hey, it's me, Outlaws. Stay tuned for TAAM Radio. There's a lot of stuff and we love you.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
TAAM Radio.
TAAM Radio.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen,
Good evening, morning, whatever have you. This is TAAM Radio. This is Squatcho in his human form asile, writing welcome to TAAM Radio. Another Southwestern salute to our hero Joe X. So you guys, what's going on is it is around Christmas time 2025, okay? We are celebrating the victory of Joe X because he has stepped into the world unbeknownst, unwillfully. He wanted to be a freedom fighter and fighting for his country, joining the military. But what happened is, because he's too Generation X, that's the last generation with balls. They speak their mind, right? Basically, in a serious note, guys, many of what we Americans consider our innate, God-given constitutional rights has been ridiculously in front of the face of the world, right? Has been ripped away for Mr. Joe X, right? And you guys, I don't know what you do regularly. Maybe you're a sports fan. Maybe you rather watch soap operas or CNN or Fox News. I don't know, some sitcom, Sons of Anarchy. The original American spirit is everybody, other than, chewing and smoking tobacco and drinking whiskey and thumping the Bible, right? And shooting guns and hunting and building log cabins and stuff, okay? The traditional American way of life is to constantly get together and talk about how you're going to, about to, or probably have to in the distant near future, whoop the government's ass because they're doing some kind of unconstitutional, unfreedom feller like kind of stuff. And nobody does that no more. People sit around and I don't know what they do. Talk about maybe the Kardashians, or maybe what the Lakers are up to, or maybe what their favorite sports team, or movie stars. I don't know what normal people do. What Americans used to do, besides Bible stuff and outdoors and hunting stuff, right, was talk about how Young's finna whoop the government's ass cause they fixing to do some unconstitutional common bastard, kind of like King George tyranny. They's trying to spread tyranny. They's trying to do un-Bible-like things. Weezins is gonna get our hair musket-like, and we's gonna shoot them like they's is Thanksgiving critters, I tell you what. And Joe X had an opinion, and he was a person who, you can call him an entertainer or knife tester. He was an entrepreneur, okay? He's an entrepreneur who was showcasing weapons as he's an army soldier, which is in his guild, his trade, his job, his profession. So he's an entrepreneur that has to deal with what TAAM Radio calls the forgotten side of the Second Amendment, okay? He had blades, he had knives, he had swords, he also had guns on his own property, and he followed every state law and ordinance pertaining to. And his neighbors fucked with him, and now he has who else is going to have more of a right to have an opinion about their country or government factions than not only a resident civilian of that country, but not a civilian, he's an army soldier. So it's really bullshit. It's fucked up. I wish him the best, and I wish more people gave a shit, not just about his case. Do you guys remember, what was it? Not Waco, Texas. Not Branch Davidians. I forget what was it called? Ruby Ridge. Was it a Ruby Ridge? The whole community went up in arms. The whole community was about to whoop some ass, dude. They're about to like make Ben Franklin proud. I don't know if I'm talking in an alien language here. If you're a Yankee, if you're a Southerner, if you're not American, that's fine. But so you guys are listening to TAAM Radio. I want you guys to keep all that stuff in mind, because if it happened to Joe, it can happen to you. If it happened to where he's at, it's coming to a state, a government, a country, a nation near you. Keep that in mind. And if you don't care, then American forefathers said you don't deserve freedom.
Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
KTAAM Radio.
KTAAM Radio. Bitte.
Hello, this is KTAAM Radio. We're wishing all our patriots a happy new year, Merry Christmas. This is KTAAM Radio, the forgotten side of the Second Amendment. Our subject in question is Joe X, guys. If what happened to him can happen to him, it can happen to all of us, anywhere. If you guys are in the know, the government and the Western world is trying to limit your ability to be able to defend yourself or to speak up for yourself. And if you're not interested in preserving your freedom to be able to have those rights, well, you don't belong here. Another honorable mention, you guys, is Bull Hansen or Bjorn Andreas or something. He talks a lot about this. He's another popular YouTuber that once your freedoms go, they don't come back. They don't come back without massive bloodshed. So if you guys don't give a fuck about what's going on with Joe, if you guys don't give a fuck about what's going on in Europe, that they're making all their kitchen knives illegal because women are getting attacked, if you don't give a fuck about how the artificial intelligence and the on-the-grid technocracy, this huge looming dystopia looms over us and can engulf us all, Big Brother, 1984, none of this rings a bell to you, well, you're probably in the wrong place, but we welcome you to please come and learn. Please follow, subscribe, KTAAM Radio, and we will adhere unto you or admonish unto you other news sources and even other play channels, tactical channels, better and bigger than this one. So God bless. Keep on rocking the free world, up the irons. Fuck yeah, go Joe X. Marlboro, Code Marlboro. DEFCON 4, Marlboro.
Is the year 2025 a freedom fighter is being flanked by count?
Es ist das Jahr 2025.
It is the year.
Es ist das Jahr 2.
It is the year 2025. A freedom fighter is being flanked by counterculture. Will you rise up and stand with Joe X?
Es ist das Jahr 2025. Ein Freiheitskämpfer wird von der Gegenkultur umzingelt.
It is the year 2020.
Es ist das Jahr 2000.
It is the year 2025. A freedom fighter is being flanked by counterculture. Will you rise up and stand with Joe X?
Es ist das Jahr 2025. Ein Freiheitskämpfer wird von der Gegenkultur umzingelt. Wirst du dich erheben und Joe X beistehen?
The constitutional forefathers warned us of this infringement upon innate God-given unalienable rights, whereas the freedom fighters who stand up for freedom fighters.
Die Verfassungsväter warnten uns vor diesem Eingriff in unsere angeborenen, gottgegebenen und unveräußerlichen Rechte. Wo sind die Freiheitskämpfer, die sich für Freiheitskämpfer einsetzen?
Will this be the end of First Amendment? Stay tuned. Do you, Roger? Chuck Norris and Ted Nugent will copy that.
Ist das Ende des ersten Verfassungszusatzes? Bleiben Sie dran. Sind Sie Roger? Chuck Norris und Ted Nugent werden das nachahmen.
Calling on all other tactical and survival and blade and bush.
Да, я. Let's see. You say that these horses belong to these pilgrims.
Да, я.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Ödland.
Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped to forge. With fiery tongue, he spoke out against England's young King George. When England ruled the colonies, when England ruled the seas, when England forced each mother's son and ought to bend his knees. One man spoke up, one man spoke out, and not in fear he said, if we have not freedom, then better we be dead. Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped to forge. With fiery tongue, he spoke out against England's young King George. When England held the colonies and did by iron hand, she never dreamed a patriot would show up in the land. But Patrick Henry on his feet wrote out a stinging boast. If this indeed be treason, of it make the most. Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped to forge. With fiery tongue, he spoke out against England's young King George. When England held the colonies, good happy men were few. They had no constitution then, but most of them well knew. From words that Patrick Henry spoke, a new flag would unfurl. He helped to draft the Constitution now known round the world. Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped to forge. With fiery tongue, he spoke out against England's young King George. When England held the colonies, it seemed like ages gone. Since first we gained our freedom, carried up and carried on. Today remember Henry with his raspy, fiery breath, saying to the world at large, give me liberty or give me death. Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped their boys. The fiery tongue, he spoke out against England's young King George. Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped their boys. The fiery tongue, he spoke out against King George.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest.
A toast.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest. From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Ödlanden des San Bernardino Nat
Now I will tell you, Buster, that I ain't a fan of custards. And the general, he don't ride well anymore. To some he was a hero, but to me his score was 0. And the general, he don't ride well anymore. Now Custer done his fighting without too much excitement. And the general, he don't ride well anymore. General Custer come in pumping when the men were out a-hunting. But the general, he don't ride well anymore. With victories he was swimming, he killed children, dogs, and women. But the general, he don't ride well anymore. Crazy horse sent out to call the sitting bull and gall. And the general, he don't ride well anymore. Now Custer split his men, well, he won't do that again, 'cause the general, he don't ride well anymore. 12,000 warriors waited, they were unanticipated, and the general, he don't ride well anymore. It's not called an Indian victory, but a bloody massacre, and the general, he don't ride well anymore. There might have been more enthusing if us Indians had been losing, but the general, he don't ride well anymore. General George A. Custer, oh, his yeller hair had luster, but the general, he don't ride well anymore. For now the general's silent, he got barbered violent. And the general, he don't ride well anymore. Oh, the general, he don't ride well anymore.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest. From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, U.S.
I can hear the echo of a 1,000 ringing bells. I can smell the cannons and hear the people's yells. Long live George Washington, their ghostly voices say. And I still feel his spirit to this very day. And I can see a young boy growing straight and tall. And as I watch him hunt and ride, I've no doubt at all it won't be long till he's full grown, and then will come the day he'll become the president of the USA. Long live George Washington, I hear the people say. He's the first and greatest president of the USA. I see him fighting engines up on his great white horse. I feel the loneliness he felt while steering history's course. He was first in war and first in peace, and he was first again in the hearts of everyone of his countrymen. Long live George Washington, I hear the people say. He's the first and greatest president of the USA. Well, in those days at Valley Forge, he held his men in hand, then crossed to Delaware, and there in Trenton freed this land. He's the father of our country, and to this very day, he's the first and greatest president of the USA. Long live George Washington, the people say. He's the first and greatest president of the USA. Long live George Washington, I hear the people say. He's the first and greatest president of the USA. He's the first and greatest president of the USA.
From the cedar-filled wastelands of San Bernardino National Forest, North America, USA, Southern California.
Aus den traurigen Ödlanden des San Bernardino National Forest, Nordamerika.
You have money, and you don't have money, and you have money again, and you don't have money, you have money.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swat and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
TAAM Radio.
But the land was already claimed by a people when the cowboy came and when the soldiers came. The story of the American Indian is in a lot of ways a story of tragedy, like that day at Wounded Knee, South Dakota. Bigfoot was an Indian chief of the Minneconjou band, a band of Minneconjou Sioux from South Dakota land. Bigfoot said to Custer, "Stay away from Crazy Horse." But Custer crossed into Sioux land, and he never came back across. Then Bigfoot led his people to a place called Wounded Knee, and they found themselves surrounded by the 7th Cavalry. Big Chief Bigfoot, rise up from your bed. Minneconjou babies cry for their mothers lying dead. Bigfoot was down with a fever when he reached Wounded Knee, and his people all were prisoners of the 7th Cavalry. 200 women and children and another 100 men raised up a white flag of peace, but peace did not begin. An accidental gunshot, and Bigfoot was first to die. And over the noise of the rifles, you could hear the babies cry. Big Chief Bigfoot, it's good that you can't see. Revenge is being wrought by Custer's 7th Cavalry. Then smoke hung over the canyon on that cold December day. All was death and dying around where Bigfoot lay. Farther on up the canyon, some had tried to run and hide, but death showed no favorites. Women, men, and children died. One side called it a massacre, the other a victory, but the white flag is still waving today at Wounded Knee. Big Chief Bigfoot, your Minneconjou band is mourned and remembered here in South Dakota land. Big Chief Bigfoot, your Minneconjou band is mourned and remembered here in South Dakota land.
Landlords care about credit checks as much as vibe checks. Establish
TAAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swath and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen.
Oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife. In most every battle, when the West was young, the Mexicans outnumbered us, but still we'd make them run. 'Cause they would see a flash of steel, and one by one they fell. And as their generals called retreat, you could hear them yell, "Oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife." We were fighting Indians, things were looking bad. So Jim showed up and gave those Redskins everything he had. He cut them up and cut them down, and as they rode away, while they were heading for the hills, you could hear them say, "Oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife." He fought his last battle at the Alamo. He was killed by Santa Anna, but history books will show till the very minute Jim Bowie fell and died, he was busy with his blade, and Santa Anna cried, "Oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife."
Everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo. Brains are in a rut, but everybody loves the nut. There was a hermit named Fred who kept a dead horse in his cave. And everyone said to Fred, "Fred, how come you keep a dead horse in your cave?" And he said, "Well, everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo. Brains are in a rut, but everybody loves the nut."
Columbia man named Frank had a tiger named Hank. He tried to put Hank in his tank. Guess what happened to old Frank? When they picked up the teeth, hair, and eyeballs, erected a tombstone, it read, "Everybody loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo. Brains are in a rut, but everybody loves a nut." Another Columbia fella told Queen Isabella, "I don't think the world is flat. Now, what do you think about that?" She said, "You don't?" He said, "No, ma'am." And she said, "You get out of my queendom." And he said, "Yes, ma'am." Everybody loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo. Brains are in a rut, but everybody loves a nut. Everybody loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo. Brains are in a rut, but everybody loves a nut.
Don't keep all the good stuff to yourself.
I was just thinking.
Oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife.
Early one morning, with time to kill, I borrowed Jeb's rifle and sat on the hill. I saw a lone rider crossing the plain. I drew a bead on him to practice my aim. My brother's rifle went off in my hand. A shot rang out across the land. The horse he kept running, the rider was dead. I hung my head, I hung my head. I set off running to wake from the dream. My brother's rifle went into the sheen. I kept on running into the Southlands. That's where they found me, my head in my hands. The sheriff, he asked me, why had I run? And then it came to me, just what I had done. And all for no reason, just one piece of lead. I hung my head, I hung my head. Here in the courthouse, the whole town was there. I see the judge high up in his chair. Explain to the courtroom what went through your mind, and we'll ask the jury what verdict they find. I felt the power of death over life. I orphaned his children, I widowed his wife. I beg their forgiveness, I wish I was dead. I hung my head, I hung my head, I hung my head, I hung my head. Early one morning, with time to kill, I see the gallows up on the hill, and out in the distance, a trick of the brain. I see a lone rider crossing the plain, and he come to fetch me to see what they done, and we'll ride together till kingdom come. I pray for God's mercy, 'cause soon I'll be dead. I hung my head, I hung my head, I hung my head, I hung my head.
over 2 axe handles tall. He was arrow straight and thin. He was rough and he was tougher than an gnarled old hickory limb. In the War of 1812, Andrew Jackson got that name. His soldiers gave it to him forever to remain. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Old Hickory's eyes were bright and blue, and they searched for truth and right. And when they didn't see it, there would likely be a fight. If Old Hickory didn't like a thing someone had done or said, he coolly looked them in the eye, then hit them on the head. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. From the lonely piney woods he came, and he seemed to always yearn to go back home to Tennessee, his home once more returned. He called his place the Hermitage, and contentedly he sighed. That's where Andrew Jackson, Old Hickory, finally died. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president.
As long as we have each other.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
A young cowboy named Billy Joe grew restless on the farm. A boy filled with wanderlust who really meant no harm. He changed his clothes and shined his boots and combed his dark hair down. And his mother cried as he walked out, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." He laughed and kissed his mom and said, "You're Billy Joe's the man. I can shoot as quick and straight as anybody can. But I wouldn't shoot without a cause, I'd gun nobody down." But she cried again as he rolled away, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." He sang a song as on he rode, his guns hung at his hips. He rode into a cattle town, a smile upon his lips. He stopped and walked into a bar and laid his money down. But his mother's words echoed again, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." He drank his first strong liquor then to calm his shaking hand, and tried to tell himself at last he had become a man. A dusty cowpoke at his side began to laugh him down, and he heard again his mother's words, Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town. Filled with rage, then Billy Joe reached for his gun to draw. But the stranger drew his gun and fired before he even saw. As Billy Joe fell to the floor, the crowd all gathered round and wondered at his final words. Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town.
Holidays are coming, holidays are coming, holidays are coming,
A big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the likes of Lewis and Clark. Back when Thomas Jefferson was the leader of this land, he put out the call for a patriotic man. The words no sooner left his lips, up stepped two volunteers. One named Lewis, one named Clark, two buckskin pioneers. A big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the likes of Lewis and Clark. They set out from St. Louis with 43 brave men up the wide Missouri till the river froze, and then they built a fort and made some maps, and there they settled in and tried forgetting hunger pains while waiting for winter's end. A big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the likes of Lewis and Clark. They mapped the Rocky Mountains, ate buffalo and bear. They traveled on and had to fight Injuns everywhere. But Meriwether Lewis kept busy at his maps, so other men who traveled west could follow in their tracks. A big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the likes of Lewis and Clark. Never short on courage, they fought their way out west and proudly raised the stars and stripes to end their bitter quest. And then those rugged pioneers who crossed the USA went back to old St. Louis and heard their president say, a big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the likes of Lewis and Clark.
unfortunately, you fast forward 70 years, and now the country music, if it was honest, it would be like, a big part of this country is getting really fat from the foods processed in China, glucose and all of that.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting.
Hello out there in YouTube land, this is 1095 High Carbon Radio.
Common theme and question in personal development is how to love yourself.
Oh my god!
TAAM.
The common theme is the million inside you.
Shut the fuck up, man. Stupid fucking commercials, dude. I swear, everybody, I realized driving today, I was like, the reason why all these excuses for men nowadays don't try to be like me or like anybody who's watching that admires this channel and Joe X. The problem they have that we don't have is they love and embrace and eat fucking soy. It's the fucking root of their fucking problems, dude. I swear.
A young cowboy named Billy Joe grew restless on the farm. A boy filled with wanderlust who really meant no harm. He changed his clothes and shined his boots and combed his dark hair down. And his mother cried as he walked out, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." He laughed and kissed his mom and said, "You're Billy Joe's the man. I can shoot as quick and straight as anybody can. But I wouldn't shoot without a cause, I'd gun nobody down." But she cried again as he rolled away, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." He sang a song as on he rode, his guns hung at his hips. He rode into a cattle town, a smile upon his lips. He stopped and walked into a bar and laid his money down. But his mother's words echoed again, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." He drank his first strong liquor then to calm his shaking hand, and tried to tell himself at last he had become a man. A dusty cowpoke at his side began to laugh him down, and he heard again his mother's words, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." Filled with rage, then Billy Joe reached for his gun to draw. But the stranger drew his gun and fired before he even saw. As Billy Joe fell to the floor, the crowd all gathered round and wondered at his final words, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town."
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcome.
Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, green estate in the land of the free. Raised in the woods so he knew every tree. Killed him a bar when he was only 3. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. Fought single-handed through the Indian War till the Creeks was whipped and the peace was in store. While he was handling this risky chore, made himself a legend forevermore. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. He give his word and he give his hand that his Indian friends could keep their land. The rest of his life he took the stand that justice was due every redskin band. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. He went off to Congress and served a spell, fixing up the government and laws as well. Took over Washington, so we hear tell, and patched up the crack in the Liberty Bell. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. When he come home, his politicking done, the Western March had just begun. So he packed his gear and his trusty gun and lit out grinning to follow the sun. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. His land is biggest and his land is best, from grassy plains to the mountain crest. He's ahead of us all, meeting the test, following his legend into the west. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. King of the wild frontier.
I was born with wings, but psoriasis swooped into cliff.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
TAAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
TAAM Radio.
Sequoia's winters were 16. Silent tongue, spirit clean, he walked at his father's side. Across the smoking battleground, where red and white men lay all around, so many here had died. The wind had scattered around snow-white leaves upon the ground. Not leaves like leaves from trees. Sequoia said, "What can this be? What's this strange thing here I see? From where come leaves like these?" Sequoia turned to his father's eyes and he said, "Father, you are wise. From where come such snow-white leaves? With such strange marks upon these squares, not even the wise owl could put them there. So strange, these snow-white leaves." His father, shielding his concern, resenting the knowledge Sequoia yearned, crumbled the snow-white leaves. He said, "When I explain, then it's done. These are talking leaves, my son. The white man's talking leaves. The white man takes a berry of black and red and an eagle's feather from the eaglet's bed, and he makes bird track marks. And the marks on the leaves, they say, carry messages to his brother far away. And his brother knows what's in his heart. They see these marks and they understand the truth in the heart of the far-off man. The enemies can't hear them. Said Sequoia's father, son, they weave bad medicine on these talking leaves. Leave such things to them. Then Sequoia, walking lightly, followed his father quietly. But so amazed was he. If the white man talks on leaves, why not the Cherokee? Vanished from his father's face, Sequoia went from place to place, but he could not forget. Year after year he worked on and on, till finally he cut into stone the Cherokee alphabet. Sequoia's hair by now was white. His eyes began to lose their light. But he taught all who would believe that the Indian's thoughts could be written down just as the white man's there on the ground. And he left us these talking leaves.
Good. Campbell's. Good.
Do you want free internet? Forever? You got it. We're offering free fiber-powered internet when you switch 4 mobile lines to Spectrum. No internet bills, no internet taxes, ever again. Want it? Call this number to find out how.
Swiping right on credit now can lead to loving your score later. The secret to building credit is starting early. Establish credit with the Chase Freedom Rise credit card. Learn more at chase.com/rise.
Melissa faces a tough decision.
I don't know what's worse, betraying her or getting betrayed first.
The votes are in, and 20% off full-size fragrances and body mists at Sephora. It really is a great deal.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a man. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man. He was brave, he was fearless, and as tough as a mighty oak tree. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippingest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all America free. All Americans free. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come a truer was he. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with a hoop and a holler he could mow down a forest of trees. With a knife and a gun he never did fail, there was nothing he could not tame. He blazed a big wide liberty trail through history's hall of fame. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with a dream of a country that would always forever be free. Forever be free. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come a truer was he. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come a truer was he. Daniel Boone was a man. Ira Hayes, Ira Hayes, call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian or the Marine that went to war. Gather round me, people, there's a story I would tell about a brave young Indian you should remember well. From the land of the Pima Indian, a proud and noble band who farmed the Phoenix Valley in Arizona land. Down the ditches 1,000 years, the waters grew Ira's people's crops, till the white man stole their water rights and the sparkling water stopped. Now Ira's folks were hungry, and their land grew crops of weeds. When war came, Ira volunteered and forgot the white man's creed. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian, nor the Marine that went to war. There they battled up Iwo Jima Hill, 250 men, but only 27 lived to walk back down again. And when the fight was over and old glory raised, among the men who held it high was the Indian Ira Hayes. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian, nor the Marine that went to war. Ira Hayes returned the hero, celebrated through the land. He was wined and speeched and honored. Everybody shook his hand, but he was just a Pima Indian.
No water, no home, no chance. At home, nobody cared what Ira done, and when did the Indians dance? Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian nor the Marine that went to war. Then Ira started drinking hard. Jail was often his home. They let him raise a flag and lower it like you'd throw a dog a bone. He died drunk early one morning. Alone in the land he fought to save. 2 inches of water in a lonely ditch was a grave for Ira Hayes. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian nor the Marine that went to war. Yeah, call him drunken Ira Hayes, but his land is just as dry, and his ghost is lying thirsty in the ditch where Ira died.
$10 grams of protein per serving and no added sugar. Quaker, bring out the good.
I don't want to hear anyone say I'm struggling to find a holiday gift for my boyfriend, husband, brother, whoever they may be, because this gift set will cover everything. It comes with the ultimate man body scrub soap. Perfect for him if his skin gets rough or dry, and please tell me he's using body scrubs. If not, drag him in that shower so the exfoliating oatmeal and bran can remove all that dead skin and he'll look brand new for the holidays. It then comes with a facial fuel invigorating face wash, which is basically coffee for his face, so he'll look alive every single day. It has caffeine, menthol, vitamin E to wake his skin up. So whenever he uses this and says, "I'm tired," just look at him like he's crazy, because tired where? Finally, it comes with a facial fuel invigorating moisture treatment. This hydrates, absorbs fast, and helps with aftershave irritation. Now listen, as someone who shaves on the regular, if someone got me this for the holidays, I'm getting down on one knee. Baby, forget the presents. We're getting married because you actually care about me. Thank you, Keels, for partnering with me on this, and let's glow for the holidays.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop savings on top brand appliances like Samsung. With an all-in-one washer-dryer combo for 68-minute wash-dry time and features like Family Hub and the SmartThings app to help keep you on schedule.
That was easy.
Shop appliance savings now at the Home Depot.
Here's a story often told about little Nathan, 9 years old. Ethan Allen called his name, and little Nathan rose to fame. At Ticonderoga, where the redcoats fought, there a youngster showed the kind of grip that can't be bought. Little Nathan took a lantern, held it in his hand, to lead the Green Mountain boys and help to free this land. Little Nathan, short on size, the light of freedom in his eyes. He held a lantern and showed the way to a crack in the wall where he sometimes played. At Ticonderoga, the British were asleep. Ethan Allen and his men didn't make a peep. They landed north of Willow Point, followed Nathan's tracks, took the fort 'cause they surprised those British lobster backs. Little Nathan, short of size, the light of freedom in his eyes. He held a lantern and showed the way, and Ethan Allen won the day. At Ticonderoga, Captain De La Place ordered down the British flag. Shame was on his face. He took out his sword and then there was a silent pause. Handed it to Nathan, said, "This victory is yours." Little Nathan, 9 years old, stands among the very bold. Little Nathan led the way, helped to free the USA. Little Nathan saved the day.
As long as the moon shall rise, as long as the river flows, as long as the sun will shine, as long as the grass shall grow. The Senecas are an Indian. tribe of the Iroquois Nation. Down on the New York-Pennsylvania line, you'll find their reservation. After the U.S. Revolution, Corn Planter was a chief. He told the tribe these men they could trust. That was his true belief. He went down to Independence Hall, and there a treaty signed that promised peace with the USA and Indian rights combined. George Washington gave his signature, the government gave its hand. They said that now and forevermore that this was Indian land. As long as the moon shall rise, as long as the river flows, as long as the sun will shine, as long as the grass shall grow. On the Seneca Reservation, there is much sadness now. Washington's treaty has been broken, and there is no hope, no how. Across the Allegheny River, they're throwing up a dam. It will flood the Indian country, a proud day for Uncle Sam. It has broke the ancient treaty with a politician's grin. It will drown the Indian graveyards. Corn Planter, can you swim? The earth is mother to the Senecas. They're trampling sacred ground. Change the mint green earth to black mud flats as honor hobbles down. As long as the moon shall rise, as long as the river flows, as long as the sun will shine, as long as the grass shall grow. The Iroquois Indians used to rule from Canada way south, but no one fears the Indians now and smiles a liar's mouth. The Senecas hired an expert to figure another site, but the great good army engineers said that he had no right. Although he showed them another plan and showed them another way, they laughed in his face and said no deal. Kinzua Dam is here to stay. Congress turned the Indians down, brushed off the Indians' plea, so the Senecas have renamed the dam. They call it Lake Perfidy. As long as the moon shall rise, as long as the river flows, as long as the sun will shine, as long as the grass shall grow. Washington, Adams, and Kennedy now hear their pledges ring. The treaties are safe, we'll keep our word. But what is that gurgling? It's a backwater from Perfidy Lake. It's rising all the time, over the homes and over the fields and over the promises fine. No boats will sail on Lake Perfidy. In winter it will fill. In summer it will be a swamp and all the fish will kill. But the government of the USA has corrected George's vow. The father of our country must be wrong. What's an Indian anyhow? As long as the moon shall rise, look up. As long as the river flows, are you thirsty? As long as the sun grass shall grow.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials. I wouldn't have obligated her to sub.
New got to be curled for different curl patterns.
Hoofprints and footprints, deep ruts the wagons made. The victor and the loser came by here. No headstones, but these bones rend mescalero death moans. See the smooth black nuggets by the thousands lying here, petrified but justified are these Apache tears. Dead grass, dry roots, hunger crying in the night, ghost of broken hearts and laws are here. And who saw the young squaw? They judged by their whiskey law, tortured till she died of pain and fear. Where the soldiers lay her back are the black Apache tears. The young men, the old men, the guilty and the innocent, bled red blood and chilled alike with fear. The red man, the white man, no fight ever took this land, so don't raise the dust when you pass here. They're sleeping, and in my keeping are these Apache tears.
Gods is listening to them there, KTAM Radio.
KTAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyrights. You're listening to KTAM 1095 Radio with your host Nacho the Squacho coming at you live from the Seder-filled wasteland of San Bernardino, California.
This is Nacho. You don't think I like prancing around the forest, doing the wild thing, all alone, like some kind of, hippie little common bastard. Now say hey, a little them the there. I'm doing this here for all yous. I'm fighting for yous.
Our story continues on the Mount Crumpet Cliffs.
An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged skies and up a cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-oh! Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. He's riding hard to catch that herd, but he ain't caught 'em yet. 'Cause they've got to ride forever on that range up in the sky. All the horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear their cry. As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways. Today are with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-oh! Riders in the sky, those riders in the sky, those riders in
commercial.
Do you want free internet? Forever? You got it. We're offering free fiber-powered...
Shut up.
TAAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
Attention, all lovers of freedom and all patriots of the country that believe in freedom. The Western world is under attack. Yuns need to tune in to TAAM Radio and follow the most accurate news sources that regular social media can find. Yuns need to support Joe X. Joe X is getting oppressed by his own country that he served just for speaking his mind and giving a fuck about his own people. Yuns need to not just sit there with the tallywackers out the TikTok and out there incognito hub. Yuns need to stick up for fellow failures of Yuns countrymen when they endorse straits from their government, because it's not a matter of fact of white versus black or east versus west. It's a fact of government versus you. We're living in a technocracy dystopia. And with that fella George Orwell and all them Alex Jones critters and all them fellas are fighting for your rights, is fighting for your freedom. There's a victim of cancel culture, cancel culture. And